Hey, if you were born between 1976 and 1985, stick around because this video is made for you. You're not exactly Gen X, not fully a millennial. You're a rare mix, a Xennial. And the story of your generation is one that really deserves a closer look. Today, we're going to dive into why your experiences, your memories, and your adaptability make you unique, and why understanding it might just change the way you see yourself. Think back to your childhood. Life was slower, tangible, analog. Phones had cords. TV shows weren't streaming, so missing your favorite episode meant it was gone. Forever. You didn't have social media or instant messaging. You had to wait. You had to memorize phone numbers. Boredom wasn't something to escape. It was something you learned to sit with, to feel, to explore. You learned patience. You learned creativity. You learned to solve problems on your own. And then, everything changed. Almost overnight. Computers, mobile phones, social networks. Suddenly, the world was digital. You were just entering adulthood, a pivotal moment when your brain was still developing, learning to handle complexity and adapt. This isn't just coincidence. Science tells us that the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, adapting, and learning complex skills, keeps maturing well into your mid-20s. And you were right in that window when everything shifted. You were old enough to remember a world without screens, but young enough to embrace the new one without fear. Let's talk about the way you communicated. Your teenage years weren't filled with endless messaging apps or social media updates. You passed notes in class. You showed up at friends' houses and hoped they were home. Plans weren't confirmed by text. They were kept by trust. That kind of trust, patience, and personal responsibility shaped you in ways that younger generations can hardly imagine. And yet, by the time you were in your 20s, cell phones became standard. Friendster turned into MySpace, which turned into Facebook. And suddenly, you learned to juggle multiple digital platforms with ease. You became bilingual, analog and digital, in how you interact with the world. There's more. Many of you started building careers right around the 2008 financial crisis, economic uncertainty, job instability, the stress of financial shifts. You faced these challenges at the exact age when you were trying to establish your independence. Research shows that economic hardship during these formative years leaves lasting impressions. Your approach to money, security, and risk was shaped not by theory, but by real-life experience. You learned resilience in a way that textbooks couldn't teach. And here's the paradox. Xennials are independent, self-reliant, and skeptical like Gen X, yet optimistic, connected, and flexible like millennials. You remember what it felt like to be truly alone with your thoughts. No notifications, no constant distractions. But you also thrive in a world of digital connection and rapid change. That combination of patience, adaptability, and perspective is rare, and it gives you the ability to navigate life's uncertainties like few others can. Consider your relationship with memory and privacy. You grew up in a world where embarrassing moments didn't last forever, where mistakes faded naturally instead of being captured for eternity. That shaped how you see yourself and your past. Younger generations have never experienced that. You had the freedom to evolve your memories, to reshape your personal stories without external pressure. You can balance nostalgia and appreciation for the present in a way that feels natural. Your story isn't just about nostalgia, though. It's about perspective. You saw what was lost and what was gained. Waiting, patience, solitude. These might have been lost in the digital age, but you gained adaptability, connection, and knowledge that your younger self couldn't even imagine. You're not trapped in one era or another. You've experienced the before and after, and that's empowering. Now, if any of this resonates with you, I have a small request. Click that subscribe button, not just because it helps me, but because by joining, you're becoming part of a community that gets your story, that understands the unique challenges and gifts of being a Xennial. Your experiences matter, and together, we can explore what it really means to grow up between worlds. So, what makes Xennials special? It's the contradictions you hold effortlessly. You can have face-to-face conversations without constantly checking your phone, but you can also dive into new tech without fear. You understand scarcity and patience, yet you thrive in abundance and immediacy. You're independent yet collaborative, skeptical yet open-minded. That's not confusion. That's a rare skill. And let's be honest, sometimes you probably feel in between. Too old for some trends, too young for others. But that in-between place, that's exactly what defines you. It's where adaptability lives. It's where creativity lives. It's where resilience was forged. And it's exactly what makes your perspective so valuable. So here's the deal. Don't just watch this video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay with me. I've got more stories, insights, and life lessons coming that explore the unique ways we navigate change, technology, and personal growth. This is your generation, your story, and it's worth celebrating. If you're still here, take a moment and think about this. You survived massive shifts in technology, culture, and economy, all while figuring out who you were. That's a journey worth acknowledging. And by subscribing, you join a space where your experiences are understood, appreciated, and shared. Let's explore it together. You're a Xennial. You're adaptable, resilient, and rare. And this channel, it's just getting started. Hit subscribe and let's keep uncovering the story of your generation, one insight at a time.